Hey, welcome to episode number 26 of the drunkenly critically acclaimed, soon-to-be award-winning John Sawyer Show, live right here on Strong Island TV. If you are watching us on Facebook Live, we thank you. If you're back there watching us on Facebook Live, we also thank you. We are live from two different camera points. And if you are listening to us on the TuneIn Radio app, we thank you. If you don't have a TuneIn Radio app but wish to get it, you can do so by going to the App Store and or Google Play, depending on which service your cell phone carries. Download the app for free. Search Strong Island Radio in the search engine. And as long as you have us marked out as one of your favorites, you can listen to us on the go every single week. Before I continue, I'd like to mention that phone and Skype lines are open for tonight's broadcast, as you can see below Joey's crotch over here. If you want to call in, you can do so by dialing 516-945-9099. Again, the number is 516-945-9099. If you want to Skype in and have your pretty face shown on the broadcast along with these three pretty faces, you can do so by Skyping strongisland.com or on the Skype app, or Skype the call-in number, which is once again 516-945-9099. I am John Sawyer, your freshly clean, brand new, well, I wouldn't say brand new, I've been around here since friggin' January, but I am the host of this show alongside Mr. Michael Monty to my left, the fourth place winner of the smelly clam eating contest, Mr. Joe Rosello to the right. Gentlemen, how you guys doing today?
Good.
Terrific.
Excellent.
So how'd the competition go?
Well, all I wanted to do was get into second place. And I think I did that. I got 59 down for the first round, and then got about 24, I think, in the second round, and I just missed it, third place, by one clam. But
One clam.
one clam.
One clam.
Was it bearded?
No, it wasn't bearded. But I should have won, but I was happy just to get in second round, and I talked a little crap to some people. I don't think they liked it very much.
Got a little promo out there?
Yeah, a little one on the microphone. And some guy ate 93, and I said, buddy, you're not going to be able to eat that anymore, so you're done. And I don't think he liked that very much, but, you know, that's what you got to do. I mean, learn from wrestling from that, too. You learn to talk a little crap and get a little people mad, get them hot, and then you might win. But that didn't really happen. But, you know, hey, whatever.
Now, did you leave with a sick feeling in your stomach?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, my brother drove back home.
Got any Pepto-Bismol to help?
I'm good now. I'm good. I ate a little pizza, so I'm happy. Got that taste out of my mouth.
Oh, pizza and clams.
Yeah, probably not a good.
That's
and
not
soda,
a good combo, man.
Instead of beer, I drank soda too, so it probably wasn't a good combination.
Yeah, but your brother drove you home, right?
yeah,
So you could have had beer.
I have to drive here too. So
That's true.
It's gonna be a rough night at Joe's house tonight.
Yeah.
I think the wife might be sleeping on the couch.
His toilet's fixing to take a knee. I'll tell you that.
Wife will be angry.
Mike, how you doing?
Good, terrific, man.
How was your weekend?
Fantastic. How about yours?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So sitting back, just to jump right into it, right? Did you see that news on Roger Waters?
No, I did not.
So, for anyone who doesn't know who Roger Waters is, he's the co-founder of the iconic group Pink Floyd. Mm-hmm. Roger has been a huge world hero between helping veterans and helping save the global Earth in a lot of ways. But most recently, Roger's been on tour, and he's really turned his tour into an anti-Trump rally.
Really?
Absolutely. So some things that he's been showing on his screen have been, you know, Trump in a baby outfit, Trump as a pig, and then most importantly, President Trump as Adolf Hitler. So coming off of last week, you were talking about being a proud American, as I am. Mm-hmm. And, you know, thinking about it, here's a guy who's using his fame to attack our president of our country.
Right.
And this is a gentleman who's had the chance to become a U.S. citizen and has decided not to, but still thinks he has a right to get involved in this country's, politics.
I feel like, sorry to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
All celebrities think that now. and it's annoying.
But here's a difference, right? If they're a U.S. citizen, that's a right of free speech. Now, again, the
Absolutely.
presidency.
As much as free speech is an important thing, and trust me, I'm all for free speech. Hence why I decided to pursue this, But at the same time, there's also a limit, and and back to Joe saying, all celebrities feel that they have a voice, in this political field. I personally think that you should stick to what being a celebrity. If you're a singer like Mr. Roger Waters, we want to hear you sing. If you're an actor, we want to see you in a movie. If you're a sports player or a pro wrestler, we want to see you at your competition.
Right.
But
fucking entertain me, right?
yeah,
entertain me.
Entertain me. Don't be like, well, I got this level. I could change the world. Not many people can change the world. You're not Martin Luther King. You're not a noble figure that's going to go down in history. You're known for what you're known for.
But you're going to compare our president of the United States to Adolf Hitler.
Yes.
Fucking Adolf Hitler of all people.
Yeah.
It's, again, my point is, you're U.S. First of all, I'm a 4-year vet, 2 credited combat tours. And I take this very seriously, right?
Yes.
I believe in free speech, but not from someone who doesn't belong in this country.
Right.
Right? So you're on Roger Waters, you're working on a working visa, which you've had for 20-some-odd years because you do not want to be a citizen of this country.
Uh-huh.
You live in East Hampton, Long Island, right? But you think you have a right to degrade our president. Now, again, Trump is a sore subject to a lot of people, right?
He is.
But he's still the president of the United States.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you should, no matter who that person is, even if it's Hillary, which would be a way worse decision than Trump, and I've said this before. I've said this before here on the broadcast. Bobby remembers. If you think Trump is bad, being the president, wait till 2020 when Kanye West gets in, and just see how, even that too, and see how downhill, this country goes.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, you should respect whoever is in that office because they're the leader of this country. They're running, some stuff that could affect you and could not affect you.
Yeah, but you know what, Roger Waters, go back to your country. Do your tour there,
and God save the Queen.
attack your prime minister, right? Your prime minister, who's known for depleting the police force over in England, and probably that depleted police force caused that shooting in that bar. Maybe if there were more police, it wouldn't have happened. But Roger Waters, get out. Again, you're on a working visa. Guess what? Attacking the president of the United States, they should cancel this dude's visa, send him away, right? You're a rock singer. Right? You made some great songs, but that's all you are. Fucking entertain me, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear your political views. Just like football players, right? Entertain me. Take all the steroids you want, break each other's backs, don't care, move in the next guy, my team win, entertain me.
Amen. I totally agree on that. Not saying that they shouldn't have their opinion because everybody has their opinion. But if you're going to go public with it,
Well, why should Roger Waters have an opinion on this country?
What?
Why should Roger Waters have any opinion about what goes on in this country? Bruce Springsteen, U.S. citizen. Hell yeah. Kathy
Right.
Griffin, you got something to say? Fine. You want to hold a beheaded Donald Trump
Yeah, well,
poster?
but then-
Go
Well,
ahead.
she
But
can
you also
fuck
have,
off.
but you also have the right to lose your career. Don't go up
and don't,
crying.
don't cry
Yeah.
on freaking TV about it. Then, if you're gonna have balls, then stick with it. That's all.
Right.
Well, you wanted to become relevant. You became relevant for 2 minutes. Now your
Yeah.
career is over.
It's been over.
Go
before
serve me
that.
fries and a burger at the Burger King, okay?
Yep.
But it's
Yeah.
like, Roger
But-
Waters, you have no rights here. You have no rights to say anything. And, again, you don't want to be a U.S. citizen, but you're going to live on Long Island your whole life? Come on.
Yeah, it's just, but as much as he doesn't, as much as people are kind of strange that he are kind of weirded out that he has an opinion on this country, there are people over in other countries who are weirded out at the fact that Americans have opinions on them and vice versa, and
What you see our you see, I don't know, throw it out there. You see Slipknot going over to Afghanistan performing and then throwing up videos of their leaders. I don't know.
No, of course not. No.
Again, all Go ahead.
Everybody has their opinion, but at the same time, not everybody is smart with having their opinion, and I'm sadly, Roger has made the list of people who aren't smart enough to have their opinion.
The bigger problem is too many snowflakes in this country, right? Everybody, again, the President of the United States is supposed to protect and serve this country, protect our people.
Right.
That hasn't been happening for the last 8 years. I'm sorry to say it. And before that.
Do you think Trump's going to be the first president in a while to finally change that?
Don't know. It's a very, very difficult question.
Right. Time will tell.
Right. Time will tell. Yeah. I do know this. He's taken action a lot quicker than other presidents have.
It's called balls.
Obama kind of tiptoed around to certain subjects and kind of made it seem like he was waiting, for certain things to happen before finally making a move. I'll give you a great example. If a white police officer gets slain in the line of duty, Barack doesn't say anything. But if a black child gets, involved in some sort of hit and run or a gang shootout, he's up at a press conference. If I had a son, I would have him just like so and so. And the White House puts up memorials and tributes, But he was very picky, with what he did. While Trump, wasn't picky, wasn't biased, and went for more what's right than what's right in his own mind. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But, again, when you have a melting pot like we live in, right, there's always going to be some sort of racial tension. But, again, it's racial tension between Americans, right? Not racial tensions between some 73-year-old over-the-hill guy from England. Right, it's like to me, there's a difference, right? An American's an American, and it's time we start taking care of our own.
All right, let's see here. Sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to see what was being said here on the live feed. If anyone wanted to comment about this subject, and nobody has. Just Michelle Monty writing, "I'm watching." That's your sister, is that correct? Hi, Michelle. Thank you for watching. All right, if you want to continue, see the rest of this. For those of you watching on here, go to facebook.com/Strong Island Radio, and you'll see the rest there. Bye. All right, just signing off on here. Now, to continue, what were you saying?
Just getting to the fact that, the stuff that goes on now, people feel like they can treat the presidency like it's trash, and it's getting to a point of disgust.
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
I choose not to really... what's the word?
Engage on it.
Engage and let it bother me that much, even though it is something that bothers me, because...
I mean, how do you feel about the state of the country?
I personally feel that I was talking to somebody off air about this a while ago. This generation is getting soft. It really is. You got...
Why do you think it's getting soft? Because people hide behind their Androids and their iPhones.
People hide behind. There's that. There's gender equality. And the whole women's rights thing. There's still an issue with that when there clearly hasn't been for the past some years. And we got a caller already. Joe, you can answer if you want. Hit the green button. Green button right there. John Sawyer Show. Who's this? Hello? Nobody. All right. But yeah, you got that. You got
Well, it's funny when we were talking last week about the pay-per-view. I said to you, Sasha Banks against Sexy Lexi, and you're like, I'll take a bathroom break on that. so do you really feel that there's equality for women at this point? I mean, you're talking as a wrestling fan. You're like, I'm not the only one. Like, I enjoy the female wrestlers. I actually think they put something into it. But
well, if I want to watch, I'll continue that in a second. Let's see who this guy is. Hi, John Sawyer Show. Who's this? Nobody again.
Phone issues.
All right.
Is this the same thing that was happening last week, you think?
Well, they would have said something if they would have heard something.
So I'm guessing they probably didn't hear anything, or it's some asshole trying to prank us. But
no pranks on this show.
Yeah. If I'm going to watch good-looking, sexy women, I know where to go. I'd rather not see it in, and I don't mean to sound biased. I'm not what's the word? Misogynistic, you know. I know there's probably some idiots here that going, does he mean happy endings? No, misogynistic meaning against women. I'm not against women. But, you know, I'm a fan of women wrestlers like Reggie Bennett, ODB, Nia Jax, you know, monstrous looking, you know, women who can actually go out there, fight and wrestle and put on a show.
Yeah,
Not these skinny little runway models who look like they're 80-something pounds, you know.
Some of the people in the Mae Young Classic look beast.
Yeah.
They look crazy.
Yeah,
The
like-
UFC girl.
Well, you know, so that's a funny question, right? So you said I'll go to the bathroom when they come on. So
That was only a joke.
No, but
Yeah.
no, what I'm trying to say to you is obviously the WWE is going on with this Mae Young Classic. They must feel there's a huge audience on the side of women's wrestling, or are they coming off of this whole Glow Netflix series? What's the mindset behind that? Why have a women's tournament if really the mindset is no one really wants to watch the women?
Well, I think that while I do have my opinion, and I'm sure there's plenty of other guys who can agree with me, there's also people out there who, you know, are all for the, you know, every type of women's wrestler, you know, having a chance. And
Joe, do you like women's wrestling?
Yeah, depending on what the match is and what maybe a stipulation or something.
Okay.
We're gonna get this.
All right.
We're gonna get this.
All right, John Sawyer Show. Who's this?
Not saying anything.
Not
Holy
si-
crap, I can't
Oh.
hear a damn thing that big-headed elf is talking
Pancakes! Missed you, buddy.
about. Hello?
Hey, Pancakes.
Oh my god. I don't know what's wrong with it's got to be something with your phone line because you sound like you're stuck in the fucking the Twilight Zone.
Call back in 5.
Actually, John,
Hey,
you
hey,
sound
hey.
like the little kid
Pancakes.
from the fucking Poltergeist movie.
Pancakes.
Oh, I remember.
Oh boy.
All right. So you were saying about
No,
women's
it
wrestling.
depends what the match is. I mean, like, you know, what did I think was really good? I thought Asuka first in the NXT match, Last Man Standing was excellent. Match of the year. Sasha Banks versus Bailey at Brooklyn. I was probably a little drunk, but I had tears in my eyes. I thought that was
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
You know, it depends what the matches are. I think the independent girls are like, you know, they wrestle like it's their last match ever. And of course, you have to wrestle like that when you're on the independents because
Oh, yeah.
you don't know who's going to be watching. So,
You know,
I mean, like, you know,
I'm just clearly speaking from my opinion based on
I mean,
what
some
I've
of
seen.
the
You know, and
WWE
what
girls,
appeals to
it
me.
depends what the match is. Yeah, some of the matches I go to the bathroom to. Some of the, you know, some of the matches I sit down on my couch, and if it's good, I give a little clap to it. Because, you know, some of these girls are pouring their hearts out in the matches.
Like there were plenty of times where I've been to FTW and seen some women's matches there that made me go, okay, I'm gonna take a phone call for a minute,
Yeah.
But like I'm saying, I'm just speaking clearly off of what I've seen and what my opinion is. Every wrestling fan has their what they like and what they dislike.
No, absolutely, right.
Some want to watch a bunch of anorexic whores, play slap fight in their brawn
Ouch.
panties. Some want to see
Those are my favorite.
Some want to see pure athletes get out there and just, no matter what gender, go out there and just put on a show.
Yeah.
And I'm not doubting the girls like Sasha, for their heart and their effort and stuff like that. It's just, I mean, God bless them for their work.
When they
but
did a back and forth with Sasha and Charlotte on Raw, like they kept going switching back and forth for the titles. Was it because, first of all, the girls putting on a show, they were kicking ass, and everybody was complaining like, "Oh, you're putting them on too much." No, they're getting ratings. They're busting their ass. Their last match was the hardcore match, and they killed it. And I mean, you know what? Kudos to those women. Last weekend, they had 3 main events. NXT, which I was just talking about, Raw and SmackDown, all women's main events. Is that saying something? I think you know what? And none of them were bathroom breaks. They were all good. I sat on my couch. So, I mean, you know what? I didn't move. I liked all of them. I thought they were entertaining. And I think that, women should keep going and keep doing what you're doing and work hard.
yeah, no, I totally agree because, they're obviously doing something right. There's people paying to watch. There's, merch is being sold,
Yep.
Well, that's interesting. I read somewhere. Do you know what the average age of wrestling viewership is right now?
What?
54 years old. So that means that aren't any new wrestling fans, and the only wrestling fans left are old fucks like me. Right?
See, come,
Oh,
see
you
who
got to
comes
be at
to
least
independent
30.
shows.
No, thank you for that. Straight from the LOMT, Charlie B.
What does that mean, LOMT?
Can't reveal that. We'll reveal that at a later show.
Okay, a little secret inside thing. I get it. If you're just tuning in, this is the John Sawyer Show live on Strong Island TV and on Facebook Live and on the TuneIn Radio app. Phone lines are still open. You can call us at 516-945-9099. Even you, Pancakes, if you're still watching.
Yeah, I want to hear Pancakes calling.
Or you can Skype us. If you want your pretty face shown on the screen along with these three pretty faces, you can do so by Skyping StrongIsland.com on the Skype app, available for free on the App Store or Google Play, or Skype the call-in number, which is once again 516-945-9099. I just got a text from Pancakes, speaking of him. He writes, call my phone on the air. There's a plug right over here for little devices. We will do just that. While I set this up, McGregor Mayweather on the 26th. What are your opinions on it?
The press conferences are the best. The fight's going to be absolutely trash. 12 rounds Mayweather decision. No knockout, no nothing. Mayweather's going to basically fight like Mayweather, and everybody's going to complain that I just paid $100. Why did I do that? It's about the build-up. When they step in the ring, when they stare at each other, everybody's going to clap, everybody's going to cheer, and then they're going to duck and dive, and they're going to do shit.
What are the rules of that fight?
The boxing rules.
It's just pure boxing?
Gloves got to be 10 ounces. Which, by the way, I noticed something in the first press conference over in Los Angeles that kind of got me laughing a little bit. McGregor goes up to talk first, and McGregor's completely entertaining every time he's on the mic. He's
Too much cursing.
But
Everything's fuck.
Nah, but he's a WWE guy all the way.
Oh,
man.
yeah,
It's
and if there's anybody who has a problem with how McGregor works, that's old school 1970s pro wrestling.
Yeah,
right there,
absolutely.
No curses.
But the guy's totally entertaining. Probably one of my favorite fighters right now. And he goes up there in the press conference. He's talking. He's trashing Floyd for the tracksuit he was wearing, and he shows off his nice clothes. He's basically just working his gimmick a little bit. And while Conor was talking, he's talking about the rules, how the gloves can't be made out of horsehair, which made me go, "What the hell?" Because I don't recall boxing or MMA gloves ever being made out of horsehair.
Yeah, right.
Then he mentioned how the gloves have to be 10 ounces. So, he was like, okay, no problem. So then Floyd comes up to talk, and during his speech, which wasn't really a speech, it was like a few words, then he walks around the stage. A few more words, walks around the stage. Yeah! Walks around the stage. Holds up a check like a dumbass, walks around the stage, But during his lack of a speech, he said how, I don't care if the gloves are 10 ounces, 5 ounces, 3 ounces, no ounces, whatever. Even though he insisted that the gloves should be 10 ounces for this fight. Which kind of brings up the question, is Mayweather all show at this point?
Absolutely.
Like all smack talk
He's
at this
hyping
point?
up the pay-per-view. That's it.
I mean, he's openly admitted in interviews that being at the age he's at now, 40 or 41, he's not the fighter he used to be. His condition isn't that great. His strength kind of went down. His speed kind of went down because obviously he's getting older. And he also mentioned how there's a chance that Conor could win. So you think he's probably just working a gimmick but not backing anything up at this point?
Yeah, here's the deal with that fight. I got to agree with Joe. I hope it just doesn't turn out as like a total just slap each other for 12 rounds, not really
like
get into
Mayweather
it.
keeps running away.
Yeah, I really would hope that McGregor brings the fight to Mayweather. Look, they're not going to fight again after this, right? Because this is almost like, I don't know, back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember Inoki against Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
It was a one-time thing.
Right.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not that way, obviously. But it can't – if it's one of those slap-around fights, it's going to be a joke.
Well, my prediction for the fight is either somebody wins in decision or somebody gets knocked out. That's my personal opinion of it. Who do I want to win? McGregor.
Well, I mean, everybody wants McGregor to win. I want McGregor to win. I mean, listen, my wife's Irish, so my mother-in-law's Irish. So
I'm
I got
Irish
a little,
too.
I got a little Irish in me, kind of, but otherwise.
You say something.
So you so wait a minute. So wait, we just get off of the whole
Racist
Roger Waters deal, and God bless the USA, and you're gonna root for McGregor.
I'm not rooting. Listen.
Wait,
I'm saying I don't like Mayweather, but if you look at the skills, Mayweather's gonna win it. Otherwise, I
But
don't like Mayweather.
who do you want to win?
This
I
would
want.
this
who
would
do I
be a
want to win?
perfect
I
time.
want McGregor to
Yeah.
win. Do I think he's gonna win? No. But do I want McGregor to win? Absolutely.
This would be a perfect time to include pancakes on this debate. Bobby, what's the switch for initial devices? I have my phone plugged in to call pancakes right now. Which is the 4, 5, 6?
It's already up.
Oh, it's already up. Okay, never mind. All right. So while I call pancakes, Mike, what's your prediction for the fight?
I think it's going to be Mayweather in a decision. I think Joe's right. It's just going to be a terrible fight. But I'll be watching.
So will I.
So will the world.
Okay. We are calling pancakes right now. Answer, you fat boy.
I feel like we should be chucking pancakes at the screen when he answers.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you fucking hear me?
Can you fucking hear me?
Good.
Anyway, we were just talking about Mayweather McGregor coming up on August 26th. You got any comments on it?
Mayweather's getting his little black peanut-headed ass fucking knocked to the floor. I'm telling you right now, McGregor's got his number. McGregor's gonna fuck him up.
All right.
You don't get it. You know what it is? The difference between Mayweather and McGregor is the fact that McGregor just doesn't give a fuck.
Right.
Because at the end of the, at the end of the day, all that shit talk, it's all true. Mayweather is fucking. He's had his time. Fucking goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Let's knock his ass out. If he's not willing to walk away, knock his ass out and drag him out the fucking door.
I don't know, man. If it was that easy to box one of the greatest boxing champions and knock him out that quick, I think someone else would have done it, don't you think? Not some dude from Ireland that came off the streets who I think has lost 3 or 4 fights already.
I don't know, man. McGregor has more than just skill. He's got brute, a psychotic mentality.
Here's the thing. He's not going to be kicking the guy. He's not going to be getting him on the mat. It's boxing, and he's fighting probably.
You're right. It's not. But ready? Here's the thing. He doesn't need his feet. He knows that it's boxing. McGregor was a boxer before he even became an MMA fighter.
So why did he become an MMA fighter?
Better opportunity.
What?
Why did he become an MMA fighter? I don't know McGregor's history, but I'm assuming he was probably a shitty boxer.
He was a wider range. Well, I'm sure he was a shitty boxer then, but now look at him now.
Mm.
The man is in a bout with someone who's going to make both of them are going to make a shit ton of money out of this entire fight.
But that's it, though.
No matter what.
But that's it, though. Shit talking results into money, and that's what they're doing. Basically, the press conferences
equals money.
Yeah, but when people are buying the pay-per-view, like I expect the damn fight. I'm not going to get that. It's going to be like Mayweather Pacquiao. Mayweather's going to fight his fight and basically make McGregor run into circles. McGregor's gonna taunt him and go like, "Hit me, mate, hit me." If I know it sounds like shit, but that's all he's gonna do.
What the fuck you talking about?
That's all that's gonna happen. Otherwise, it's gonna go to 12 rounds, and that's it.
So, like you
You
said,
gotta look at it like this, though. Mayweather, he's in it for the money. Everybody knows he's in it for the money.
We're all in it for the
Where
money.
McGregor is sitting there, and the reason why he's the one that issued the challenge. I mean, holy shit! The bottom line is, if you're in it you got to be in it for a certain reason for it to mean something.
Right.
If you're in it just for the money, then you're gonna get lazy. You're gonna get your mentality's gonna go. Well, it's like, you know what? I ain't gonna sweat him. But yet the guy who's sitting there talking shit threatening to beat the crap out of this guy has more of a hard set. I have this mentality that I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to fuck him up. And that's what his mentality is. He eats, sleeps, and breathes that 24/7. Where Mayweather, he'll go ahead, he'll think nothing of him because he's Floyd Mayweather. He carries around all his money in a backpack, blah, 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 blah. You know what bottom line is? At the end of the day, McGregor is young. He's hungry. And when you're young and you're hungry, nobody,
get a sandwich.
Whether you're fucking Floyd Mayweather or fucking Muhammad Ali in his prime, it doesn't fucking matter. If you get in somebody's way who is young and hungry, and he's so hungry that, you know, it doesn't matter who it is, he's going to take him out. Why? Because it's going to make him even more famous.
Yeah, but here's what's going to happen, though. You said it right there. McGregor, if McGregor comes at him like an animal, he's going to get popped by Mayweather and realize that Mayweather's got some punch behind him, and he's going to get scared. And I don't mean scared like runaway scared that, oh shit, if I do this again, I might get my ass knocked out. And that's where you're going to get that Joe fight where they're just running around with each other because McGregor is not, once he gets popped, you know, Mayweather's is a decent hitter. He's not a light hitter. It's his style is not to get hit, right?
Right.
And that's why he's lasted this long.
I also think, and this is my opinion, and I always thought it, that boxing is fixed. And I don't know, you know, that's just my opinion. And I think that, you know, at least basically if McGregor does win this, Mayweather has nothing to lose in this fight. Either he's going to make millions, lose, and then just ride into the sunset and go back into retirement. I mean, that's only how McGregor's going to win it. I think boxing's fixed. That's just my opinion. That's all. I mean, other people are not going to agree with me on that, but...
Hold on. Who the hell do you think you are, you son of a bitch?
Which one are you talking to?
Boxing is
this guy.
I always thought that. I mean, other people are going to have their opinions. I mean, like, you know, hey, whatever. I don't care. I mean, that's my opinion. I always thought boxing was fixed. They had some screwed up matches, and the judges, you know, I think the judges are biased sometimes. So that's what I think.
He's saying it's a work, brother.
Think there's money involved.
Well, if it was a work, why would the Olympic Sports Commission even bother to allow it to be an Olympic sport at all?
Well, isn't professional wrestling in the Olympics?
Listen, a couple of years back, they were thinking about making professional wrestling part of the Olympic sport, but due to the fact that it's more of the athleticism than anything. You know, they weren't caring about storylines or titles. They wanted to see the athleticism. But we can all say wrestling is a work. Are we wrestlers? As myself, a 13-year-old guy in the business.
You're 13 years old.
No, I think you've had about 13 beers. You've had about 13 beers, though.
Oh my God, 13 years in the wrestling business, and I hear people say that, you know, wrestling is fake, and people would get upset with that. But the bottom line is, we all know that it's fake. Are we athletes, and does it take a sort of athleticism to do what we do? Absolutely. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, we're going through a script, we're doing a storyline, we're being told what to do for this part of the match. It's entertainment. It's an entertainment business. It's funny because wrestling has grown more opportunities for guys in our business to gain more of a publicity on them, you know, which brings us back to McGregor and Mayweather.
Good, because I thought you were going to go off subject.
This whole thing, all the controversy, all the call-outs, all the fucking the trash talking, all the conventions, it's all bottling up for everybody to finally see the final conclusion of what's going to happen at this fight. It's a build-up. It's a work. But the athleticism and the fact that they have to go in there and go balls to the wall to really try to find out who's going to fucking win this fight. Because then at that point, when push comes to shove, you got to shut your mouth and throw a fist, because unless you're going to get your ass kicked. for either party. It doesn't matter, you know. So to say that boxing is fixed, I highly.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. I'm not saying you're right about the Olympics. Not all boxing's fake, but the WBO, whatever other promotions, there's definitely judges that are biased, and they judge it wrong. I think some fights are bullshit that other people should have won. That's what I mean.
Well, it's up to the judges, right?
Yeah, and
So-
I think the judges screw it up.
If I could help you with this, I think there's some points in some matches that the commission has done what's best for business. So if it was
Absolutely.
close enough,
That's what I mean.
okay, but to say it's fake, no, it's not fake. To say that there's some wrong judgments, sure. You know, again, every sport has had
You get
it.
that in every sport.
Absolutely.
You get that in
Baseball-
every
It's fake
sport,
when you get a
you
bloody
know?
eye.
Listen, Pancake, I want to ask you a question. What do you think about this whole Roger Waters thing?
Say that again.
What do you think about this Roger Waters tour, anti-Trump campaign that he's going around?
Dude, you're asking the wrong person that question.
Well, come on, let's hear it. What do you got to say?
You don't know who Roger Waters is, or you just don't want to talk about the subject?
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and play dumb.
Wow. That's chicken shit right there.
No, it's you know, dude, I have to know more about what you guys want to talk about to really have an opinion.
Right.
So I don't want to go ahead and give you an opinion that's not really my opinion.
Well,
You
then
know?
you have to have an opinion on something. So how do you feel about non-U.S. citizens attacking our president of our United States of America?
I think at that point it's us as the American citizen to really really think about where our patriotism, you know, lies. You know, it's it's you know, if we're gonna back our country, then we need to back our president. Bottom line.
That's
As long it doesn't matter. I understand. You know, I'm not a Trump fan. I think he's a royal douche. But and that's just my opinion. I'm entitled to it. Hallelujah, America. But if again, he's my president. If he's telling us we're going to go to war, what are we doing? We're going to war. We have no choice. Doesn't matter whether or not I want to. It's what we're going to go do. If I'm part of if I'm in the military, I don't have a choice of what I want. If I'm going to do it, or not. I have to do it. The president is my boss. He's telling me to do something. I have to do it. That's what I'm getting paid to do. It's like an everyday job, And just when it comes down to the whole situation with illegal immigrants going ahead and attacking us, or attacking our president, or threatening to attack our president, like
how about attacking our Costco's?
What?
How about attacking our Costco's?
Oh, fuck them. I go to Sam's Club.
You get your pancakes in bulk, huh?
This quick is like gold.
Pancakes, when are we going to see you in a boxing ring? You and Butterbean.
I haven't been in a boxing ring since before I started wrestling. Hot damn. Probably never. Because I'm fat.
Wait, you say you haven't been in since before you started wrestling. What were you doing in a boxing ring some 13, 14 years ago? Were you actually fighting, or were you just training?
Boxing. No, I was boxing. I was a boxer before I was a wrestler, man.
Do you have a record?
No, I only trained. I never got into competition. That's when I started doing pro wrestling. So I kind of had to choose between boxing and wrestling, and I chose wrestling.
All right. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by that point, I started going, started training, this, that, and the other. I had my first match, blah, 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 and history, man. That's what it is.
All right. Well, anything you want to add, or is this where we hang up on you?
No, I'm going to hang up on you fuckers, but it's nice meeting your new co-host, and you'll hear a lot more from me.
Of course.
Especially
when Captain Fathead over there is in charge of the show.
Love you too, buddy. All right. Have a good
don't
one.
Don't eat the yellow snow, buddy.
All right.
Fun conversation.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys, you want to get into Great Balls of Fire from last week?
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, what was the... All right, you go over the card, if you remember the
forgot.
card. You forgot the card? Shit. All right.
No, I got it. Braun Roman ambulance match. Brock Joe. Sasha Banks versus what was the other blonde hair one?
I didn't... here's what I got to say about the pay-per-view. I didn't watch back I didn't watch the Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view until that following Monday because I was caught up with work and all that. To be honest, I just watched the entire thing on fast forward until I got to Roman and Braun and Brock and Joe, and both matches were fantastic, especially with the way how they had Joe and Brock go back and forth, and with the little skit at the end of the ambulance match. It reminded me of Stone Cold with the trucks and the Zambonis and stuff like that.
That was cool. I thought it was
Yeah,
cool.
I even recognized indie wrestler Jordan Grace, who was one of the extras in the background.
Oh,
the,
really?
The good-looking girl with the black hair holding the phone up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm hearing that those two matches at SummerSlam, they're going to put them two together and make a four-way.
Yeah,
and
which-
if that happens,
Joe, Brock, Roman, and Braun.
that's what I'm hearing, and if that's the case, I think that's excellent.
See, now I disagree. I think the WWE did its job, and actually, I'm watching that match, and I'm like, are they really going to let Joe beat Brock? Like, they actually had me going there for a minute, right?
Speaking of that, didn't the caller last week make a money bet with you?
Yeah, I haven't seen that $10 yet, so he hasn't called in.
John from Long Island, call in, buddy.
Dude, where's my $10, man? Where's my $10?
But like I said from the first episode, I said that I knew Brock was going to win it because of the whole Raw skits. I knew he was going to win it, and I basically said it. I mean, did I want Joe to win? Yeah, but you obviously know what's going to happen.
Well, but here lies the problem. So you have some real solid momentum, right? But now they're pulling that bullshit four-way dance because, look, Brock's going to lose the belt, so he can't lose one-on-one to someone, so he just won't lose. So someone in a four-way will win the match. And to me, it's like, you had a perfect Strowman-Lesnar match set up, right?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Roger Waters. I'm kidding. No, continue.
Too funny, man.
Funny story, real quick. We had Dan Acosta on the show one time, and he was talking about a real feud he had with Ink Master competitor Kyle Dunbar.
Okay.
Apparently he was Kyle's canvas, and Kyle screwed up a tattoo, and they had words. And on one of the Redemption episodes, they actually got in each other's face, and the screen cut to black before they brought in guards and potential police to break them up. So Dan was talking about all the nasty things Kyle said, how they almost went to fighting, and just for a laugh, I went, all right, yeah. Oh, by the way, here's our surprise guest, Mr. Kyle Dunbar. And he's like,
Oh, really? That's pretty funny. Oh, that's too funny.
I would love to see what happens if, like, we get two guys who are having a feud with each other who have no idea they're in the same building on our show. I wonder, what would happen,
Fireworks.
Yeah, well...
We got some real heat going on.
Yeah, we might have to bring some guards in to help us out with that. Or just me and you will pull them apart. Yeah, that's it.
So, Joe, how did you rate the Great Balls of Fire? What'd you think?
I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7 out of, I thought it was good. I thought the matches were good. I thought Enzo and Cass, I thought it was all right. It wasn't anything special.
Yeah, Cass went up on him, right?
Yeah, and they're going to put him with the big show at SummerSlam, which it should have been the opposite. But you know what? Whatever. I mean, like, I don't know. I thought it was half-ass, but it was fine. I guess, like, to end do the little feud and whatever. That was it.
Well, you can't have that 5'7", 120-pound guy facing whatever, right? It just, how long could you drag that out for?
Yeah,
right.
Absolutely.
Right. From what I saw, I'd say the same thing. 7 out of 10.
Yeah. I thought the two main events were excellent. I thought Braun again is amazing big man. I thought he did a great ambulance match with Roman.
So that's what I'm asking. So why wouldn't you want to see him one-on-one with Lesnar? Why the bailout on the four-way?
I think the four-way is going to be excellent. 4 big-ass guys, and they can all move. I think it's going to be great.
Well, Speaking of that, John, right? Joe, don't you like the one-on-one battles better than these four-way,
Depends on who you have in the four-way. If you have,
And,
just
and speaking from a wrestler standpoint, one-on-one matches are way better than, four ways, five ways, tag matches, because as long as it's just you and your opponent, that's all you have to worry about.
Have you ever been in a four-way?
Yes, I have.
So what's it like working a four-way compared to a singles match?
It's strange because, not to pull the curtain back on anything, but
Pull it back.
no, it's all right. You got these guys. You got one guy you're working, and then you got to keep your eyes open from different angles. If another guy wants to hit something on you, or if another guy wants to do whatever, so you got to basically go in with eyes in the back of your head and ready for literally everything and anything, and of course.
Oh, so you don't even notice this coming? So if a guy's going to come in...
Oh, there have been times where I've gone to pin a guy, and then I would slightly look to my left, and next thing you know, a boot to the side of my head.
Really? Okay.
So,
wow. All right.
So you got to keep your eyes open, and yeah. But I personally prefer singles matches more because, like I said, all you have to worry about is just you and the guy you're working with. How you can make him look good, how he can make you look good, and how you can tell a story and just get the audience behind you. So,
Okay.
What about you?
I like the singles matches. I think if there's see, that's the problem with wrestling right now is they don't have enough stars. So that's why they keep bringing back, old guys, right? And that's why they can't have these one-on-one matches. But they finally have, like Joe, I thought did a serviceable job with Lesnar, and I don't think Lesnar is very easy to work with nowadays, right? So I thought Joe actually not just serviceable. I thought he did a great job. But then you got Strowman, and you have this possibility of these two behemoths going at it one-on-one, which I think is just total money. And to throw, Roman Reigns in there and Joe in there, it's just going to dilute everything. And it just gives you a guarantee that Lesnar's done as champion. I don't know which of the three will win the belt.
You think he's done with pro wrestling in general, or do you think he's got some more
I think he's
years
been
in?
done with pro wrestling for 2.5 years.
I heard he signed another contract.
Really?
For WWE?
Yeah, WrestleMania. I don't know, maybe another WrestleMania. I'm hearing, yeah.
Well, it's still going to be limited dates. He's earned the right to,
Yeah.
work
But,
and say
I
that.
mean, I was shocked he even worked. Like, he hasn't worked in 2.5 years. I mean, not worked. I mean, he goes in these matches. It's like, there's no effort, man. It's like, a couple of suplexes and it's over. This match, I thought he actually did a very good job with. I thought he gave Joe the respect he deserved. But, again, I think they're going backwards on it. I keep telling people out, people I speak to about the business. I feel like it's a dying business, and I feel like the writing is just there's no competition, and it's and it's falling. And I don't know if social media has changed that or whatever else, but it's clear the ratings are down, right?
Well, you got to admit, social media has played a huge part in not just the wrestling business, but show business in general. I mean, if you look at it from this perspective, social media got Vince McMahon to change the finish of a match at WrestleMania.
Yeah, right.
When you think of that, you got to realize, holy crap, this does serve a purpose, not just in pro wrestling, but everywhere,
Sure.
Yeah. We got 10 minutes till 8 o'clock, so I don't know if there's anything else you guys want to get out there quickly.
Throw a wrestling plug for Thursday, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
I'll be doing on a Thursday Five Borough Wrestling. They are going to run a show on a Thursday with Shane Helms, Hurricane. I'll be vendoring there. So if you're in the Brooklyn area, just coming off work and you want to see some wrestling on a Thursday, hop to Five Borough.
All right. Look up Five Borough Wrestling on social media for more information on that. Mike, anything from you before we say goodbye to the
Nothing to
people?
plug here, but thanks again, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait 1 minute. I made a Twitter. JoJo is wrestling. So, yeah, that's my name. I couldn't get anything else. I was going to write JoJo was God, JoJo was this.
Should put Fight JoJo Fight.
Maybe, that would have been better. But otherwise, because usually I like to fight with people on Twitter, but I'm trying to calm down on that. But I did make a Twitter because of this show, so I felt like I needed more social media. So that's really it.
All right. You can follow him on Twitter at JoJo is Wrestling. You can follow me at John Sawyer 1993. You can follow him at The John Sawyer Show.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. He's Joe Rosello. He's Michael Monty. I am John Sawyer. Thank you guys at home for watching. As always, we will see you all next week.